All right, this is where Kansas really shines in its absurdity. Let's dial up the roast on the Sunflower State's continued prohibition with a wink and a nod to just how hilariously behind the times they are. Here are 14 laughable but real reasons Kansas should be considered the number one marijuana state in the US in a parallel universe where irony reigns supreme. Leading the nation in law enforcement innovation. Kansas is a pioneer in the sniff test for probable cause. Apparently, cops in Kansas have noses so finely tuned they can smell a tiny amount of legal alcohol and instantly declare it an illegal open container. Imagine the superpowers they must have for a plant that's actually illegal. They're basically super sniffers, and that's a world-class talent. The gateway state to other more fun states. Kansas is the perfect launchpad for your cannabis adventures. Just hop across the border to Missouri or Colorado. It's like a built-in travel agency for weed, making Kansas the ultimate start here, go there state. Master of disguise for your stash. Kansas makes you a stealth expert. You learn to hide your legal purchases from neighboring states so well, you could probably teach a masterclass in covert operations. That's a unique skill developed purely out of necessity. Say, supporting local, out-of-state economies. While Kansas struggles to get its act together, it's doing a fantastic job boosting the economies of its progressive neighbors. Talk about being a good friend. They're so generous. They're sending their tax dollars elsewhere. Stiffer. The, come on, just get a card medical program. Not really. Kansas's medical program is so restrictive, it makes you wonder if suffering from a severe lack of fun qualifies. They've essentially cornered the market on not having a medical program, which is, in its own way, an achievement. Pioneering the no THC above 5% CBD revolution. While other states are exploring full-spectrum goodness, Kansas is bravely holding the line at 5% THC CBD. It's like they're telling the cannabis plant, you can come to our party, but you're only allowed a sip of the punch. Revolutionary. The unsung hero of the black market. By keeping things illegal, Kansas is providing endless opportunities for entrepreneurs who prefer to operate outside the tax-paying system. They're fostering a vibrant, untaxed underground economy, a true testament to free enterprise, the unregulated kind. Spit. Job creation for out-of-state dispensaries. Kansas isn't creating cannabis jobs within its borders, but it's absolutely fueling demand for positions in nearby legal states. So, indirectly, Kansas is a job creator, just not for Kansans. The Anti-Tourism Board. Kansas is so dedicated to its current stance, it's practically daring people not to come for cannabis tourism. It's an inverse marketing genius. Says, protecting the purity of the sunflower. Why would you tarnish the image of the wholesome sunflower with something as controversial as marijuana? Kansas is committed to keeping its state symbol squeaky clean, even if it means missing out on billions. It's a matter of aesthetic integrity, clearly. The ultimate test of patience. For cannabis advocates, being in Kansas is the ultimate test of patience and perseverance. If you can push for legalization there, you can do it anywhere. It's boot camp for reform. A haven for obsolete drug dogs. While other states are retraining their K-9 units, Kansas remains a safe haven for good old-fashioned sniff-out-the-weed dogs. They're providing job security for a very specific skill set. Inspiring comedy material for the nation. Seriously, the legislative debates and law enforcement arguments against cannabis in Kansas are a goldmine for stand-up comedians and internet roasters. Thank you, Kansas, for your unintentional comedic brilliance. Because gateway drug arguments never go out of style. While the rest of the world moves on, Kansas is sticking firm to the classics. Their lawmakers are like the vinyl collectors of drug policy, holding on to vintage arguments long after everyone else has streamed ahead. It's quaint, almost.